So you guys ready for what else this thing can do? Welcome to part 2 of Trypticon. Let's do this! So before we transform him into spaceship mode, I haven't shown him yet with an Autobot, so here is where the Siege Earthrise Optimus Prime. Really awesome how he scales with a Trypticon in the city mode. So with that out of the way, let's get him into his spaceship mode. So we take brunt off, just push down these cannons and then push the towers down. So you can transform Trypticon back into spaceship mode without taking brunt off. Then you push this down, push the ramps back up, then for the legs we just fold them up. So we just take this out of the way first, and then what you essentially do is you just fold down, and these things have these posts will tabs into the holes over here at the side. So what you do is you just line them up this. It's a really big guy, so transformation is really easy. So once you got that all in, there's a tab here on the side, this one, that's gonna tap into this on his foot. So what you do is you just fold this claws down, then you push this down to the side and you line them up so it can tap. So that's on one side, and then on the other side do the same thing. As you can see, it's fairly easy transformation. Then you just line it all up and tab it in on the side. So at the bottom it'll look like this, on the top it look like this, and that's essentially it. You just push in the legs, then you take out the wings again, and that is Trypticon in his spaceship mode. Well, we don't want to go into dinosaur mode before showing off a bunch of the features on the spaceship mode for Trypticon, and as well as the size comparisons. So yeah, you still have those ramps for like aircraft carrier mode, so you can launch off the seekers. And for comparisons, here are some of the Battle Masters in my collection, so how they look like. So that's how big the Battle Masters are compared to Trypticon. They look good with Trypticon, and you can place them wherever you want for some more playability. And you can convert any of them into cannons, and you can place them here for playability. So they got some cannons over there. And then for size comparisons, let's put it all the seekers. We'll take off the Battle Masters, and as I've said, you can launch the seekers like it's an aircraft carrier. You got Thundercracker over here, Soundwave, and then you got Skywarp. That's how they look. They look so awesome. And then of course we'll put Lord Megatron on top, leading his troops into battle. Looks so awesome on top of this spaceship mode. So that's how Megatron leading the troops would look like. And of course, for some of you who are asking, this thing can open up still in spaceship mode. And for those of you who are wondering if this guy Brunt can fit in here, the answer is no. He's too wide, and his tank cannon is too long for this thing to close down. So that's that. Only quick tilt and some other smaller maybe Autobots like Cliff Jumper can fit in there. And with that out of the way, let's get Trypticon into Dinosaur Mode. So now we're going down low because this guy is pretty tall when we go to Dinosaur Mode. So from Spaceship Mode, we're going to this much awaited Dinosaur Mode, and let's do this. So first things, oh, before I forget, this thing has wheels, so this can roll pretty easy on the floor. Now let's transform this guy into his Dinosaur Mode, and the first things that you do, these small wings, you flip them in, so get them out of the way, as well as these posts over here. Fold them in, and then you slip in the cannons, then you just raise the towers, and then what we're gonna do, you remember the feet can tab on the sides, you just take them out like that, and then we're gonna, there's a clip here that's gonna clip into here. So we're gonna fold it in and do the same thing on the other side later. So on this side first, I'm gonna show you that we're gonna move this to here. So you just pull them out. So I'll show you on the top. So it's gonna look like that. It's gonna post in there. The wheel came off. And then let's do the same thing on the other side. So untab here, and then we push this in to lock the body into place. And then this upper part of the thigh, you pull it out and you lock them in here. And here tab in. So you got that part finished. And then you fold these two parts, which will become his dinosaur arms. So you fold them to cover the holes. And then as for the head, you fold it this way because this is locked. You can't move the head. So you fold it to the front, and then that's the time you can swivel the head to the front. So now he's facing front. Then, as with a G1 toy, you just move the cannons down like this. And then you fold out the small dinosaur arms. And then he's got his claws. Same thing on the other side. So there's a tab here that taps into a small hole that locks his arms into place. And then what we do with the feet, we fold forward his front paw, then the side claws. Same thing on the other side. And now we finally have Trypticon all ready to munch down and destroy the Autobots. This guy is so amazing. And as you can see, it's bigger than this stool over here. So if you want to see a size comparison beside the human being, so that's how big he is. Really great figure. So I didn't have any problems with his chest popping out, even with a full tilt clipped on here. Some of the figures that other collectors have bought, their chest part was loose. So if you guys remember the quick tilt head Necro, so what you can do is, this one still functions in its dinosaur mode. There's a portion in the back of Trypticon's head where you can plug in this guy, and this guy will activate Trypticon's front cannon like in the G1 toy. Really awesome. And then there's another double-barreled cannon on his mouth. Another play feature about this guy is this guy can eat Headmasters or the Titan Masters. So we've got Hot Rod and Cup's Head. Look at them. They're gone. They're gone. Dead. Remember that kid from Transformers Prime? This guy? Lunch or dinner. Gone. Unfortunately, Trypticon cannot swallow the Battle Masters from the War for Cybertron line. They're too big to fit in his throat. So that's it. So if you're wondering where those guys went, so if you open his chest cavity, they're just in here. So, and then with articulation, well, you still have his cannons over here. You can pull out to the front. Really awesome. And then his head can go up and down. Then can turn from side to side. It can go full 360 because of the transformation as well. But you have to have the cannons here, because if you have it on the back, it hinders. It hits the back, his back fins over here. And then the arms can go full 360. There's an elbow joint, 90 degrees, and then the front has a hinge. And the claws can open and close. And then on the feet can go full 360. Just be careful with hip joints, because I heard on some of the Trypticons they're having problems with the springs. So that's all the articulation on Trypticon. It's comparison time. So let's compare him first, his size, with a bunch of masterpieces. So here he is with Masterpiece MP10 Optimus Prime. So that's how he scales. I think this guy's pretty big for the scale with Trypticon, but that's how he looks like. And then with a fellow dinosaur, here he is with Grimlock. I like the scale between these two, because the Masterpiece Grimlock is a bit bigger with the Siege figures. And then here he is with his compatriot Siege Brunt. So deluxe size, it's really small. And of course, with Lord Megatron, leader of the Decepticons, I like the scale between these guys. I really like how this guy is scaled with the new Siege line. And then one more big guy from my collection. Here he is with Predaking, and as you can see, he's way taller than Predaking, and it's not even his full height because his knees are a bit on the bend. You can still straighten him up and he can become taller, but it doesn't look natural. So that's the review, transformation, and everything in between of the Titan's Return Trypticon. Really amazing figure. I really love this guy. I've been spending a lot of time messing around with him. I really have a lot of fun with this guy. The Autobots have their hands full dealing with Trypticon and Predaking. I've still got a bunch of videos and unboxings coming up, so I hope you hang around. This has been BabaChuck14. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. Share this video with your friends. And as always, do it with style or don't do it at all.